Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand. Welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for 3 p.m. Eastern, May 13th, 2019. Now, understand and imagine where there's a place inside of you which has no boundaries, no rules, no fears, no personal agendas or agreements with anyone. It simply appreciates everyone and everything exactly as it is. It unconditionally loves and accepts life as it is. It is always in a state of total appreciation. It comes from a love that is always abundant, generous, giving of itself, and effortlessly feeling the natural positivity of life. It is a selfless love that is not perpetually desiring this or that, but rather is perpetually giving itself away. With all that said, the intrinsic value you'll receive through tasting it even just a few seconds is absolutely spectacularly far-reaching and amazing. It is not something you can even put into words. Now, if the state of it feels too intangible and otherworldly to grasp because you have too many real-life issues in the way, such as paying off your debt, bills, health issues, car problems, childhood trauma, or just showing up on time for work, no reason to be concerned. There are steps you can take to uncover this divinely magical energy inside you. It is a state of mind that is instantly found when we've fully released that or what was once tight or heavy inside ourselves and shift into a constant state of expansion and joy. Remember that our spiritual path is the path of lightness, where our main job is to welcome each experience of life. Then go beyond every thought, desire, judgment, sensation, and experience that passes through you. And believe it or not, you signed up to have major feelings in this lifetime. And what this is bliss. You wouldn't be where you're at. It's as if you have been in training, carrying a load of rocks on your backpack, or bricks, or iron rocks up a treacherous mountain. And you get to unload all of them and enjoy the journey back home down the hill. And the heavy negative of life experiences you've had in the past were just so that it could have the experience of letting them go and feel the pure lightness, weightlessness, and joy that comes when they are gone. This is inner bliss. This is what is inside of each and every one of us. It can be revealed in a matter of minutes or seconds. If you're willing to do some deep self-exploration and let go of everything that is weighing heavy on your mind. Now, when you deeply let go, and not just superficially, of any lofty or lowly ideas about your life's purpose, lofty or lowly, or personal agenda, and you've released that all too critical mindset about yourself, the mind instantly becomes lighter and more free. This is an expansive, spacious mind, is the only welcome mat that can handle this infinitely expanding, happy, loving feeling. When your mind is truly empty, the universe takes this as a sign that you divine experience and graces you with bliss. There are some things that we can do. Accept yourself as you are. If you want to find the greatest divine bliss, the most spectacular, wonderful bliss inside you tonight, the first and perhaps the most important step is to start with accepting yourself and your life exactly the way it is right now. Don't think about what you need to change, improve, and get rid of to make you or your life better. To start with accepting everything inside you exactly the way it is. Know that within this feeling of self-acceptance is self-love, which is the greatest gift you can give you. It's to be deeply accepting of yourself. And imagine that we can literally release our addiction to suffering. And whether we want to admit it or not, on some unconscious level, some part of us is addicted to suffering. Now, addiction may be a strong word, but yet it is essential to see the repetitive patterns that we've created. Each and every one of us is created within us that create perpetual struggle, strife, and mental, emotional challenges on our inner world. You know, it's the thoughts that our minds constantly thinks about and can never find peace which are your biggest addictions to suffering. Worries, fears, insecurities, judgments create the majority of internal battles of self-sabotaging patterns that people can experience hourly. I would take it to seconds. And these are suffering habits, and they tend to be very sneaky. And they are often the main reason why most people believe they cannot enter this ideal state of bliss. Once you've looked inside yourself, you come to know yourself and identified what your habit is, and you can transcend it. The moment you do, you will find yourself slipping down the slope of joy. And oh, what a ride it is. And we've talked about this, is that 99% of our worries never come true. That is a fact. Do all the research that you possibly can, and you will find that to be an absolute truth. And the ones that did manifest were karmically unavoidable. And worrying is praying for what you don't want. Worrying is praying for what you don't want. And it's just, it's constant negative thinking about the future. And the toughest habit is often the hardest habit to overcome. And the worrying habit is the hardest to overcome. It can be easily transcended once the mind stops believing that holding on to these vital concerns are key ingredients to that of maintaining a successful life. Once you become conscious in each moment, and that each one of your thoughts manifest into your life, then you can only think positive about yourself, the future. And you can start to feel like a living, breathing success. And you begin to realize that this habit is merely an unconscious addiction, and it keeps you powerless and irresponsible for your divine manifesting power within. You just release imagine, just think for a minute, can you imagine see, how much suffering is created by being attached to having to always be happy? How much suffering is actually created by us being attached for us having to always be happy and doing things that make you happy? What would happen if no action, event, person, or thing in your outer world created happiness for you anymore? What would happen if you had no external, creations to make you happy? Nothing. Zero. Zilch. Now, where would we find happiness? What is the key to finding real joy? It is never, ever anything out there. All your ideas about how your life should unfold. And the greatest secret to locating happiness is diving into your inner world and finding total peace with the real you. And when you're no longer attached to anything or anyone in the outer world making you happy, you take the reins back on your life and can find pure joy inside your soul wherever you are. It makes no difference where you are. Now there's a crucial element. One of the most impactful elements to unleashing the immense joy inside you is to learn how to relax your body deeply and completely while maintaining present moments awareness. Your body is relaxed and your mind is vigilantly alert and watching what is showing up without getting identified. All you got to do is take a few minutes to stop doing those things you think will one day make you happy and just practice relaxing your body completely. Rest fully into the very center of your heart. Letting go into the very center of your being, and you'll find total equanimity in your mind. And it is truly a divine law of nature that you cannot live in worry, negativity, or fear when your body is physically at peace. You cannot live in worry, negativity, or fear when your body is physically in peace. When every tiny muscle is relaxed and completely still, every concern, fear, worry, and negative thought will have disappeared from your mind. So imagine how that would be. Imagine how that would be. This is what we strive for. This is what we work on constantly. We should be working on constantly. It's something to become totally, clearly aware of. Totally, clearly aware of. So this is internal bliss. It's where everything starts for us. It's where everything that we seek outside of ourselves has always been, always will be, and will ever be. So if you will, go to a place where you are not going to be interrupted. I'm sure most of you are. And while I talk, relax. Every single muscle in your body. That's why you should be in a comfortable position where you're at. fear, anxiety, stress, worry cannot exist. Cannot. Your shoulders are up, and everything just lets go. You let go. You have the confidence of who and what you are internally. To relax. And as you do this and you relax, you become totally at peace internally in joy. And as you're doing this, you're going to want to breathe. As I'm talking, you want to breathe through the nose, out through the mouth. You breathe through the nose, breath in. Breathe through the mouth, breath out. As you breathe in through the nose, you want to hold at 1001, 1002, 1003. And then exhale through the mouth. And you want to do this at least 6 times while I'm talking. And as you do this, and you breathe in, you're breathing in divine positive energy. And divine positive energy, remember, is connecting you and always is connecting you. You're always connected to the divine cosmos, the divine collective consciousness of all that there is, ever has been, and ever will be. A virtual, endless infinity of information. And as you breathe it in, it communicates to you by saying that you, nothing around you, nothing outside of you, you are internal bliss, internal joy, internal peace, internal prosperity, internal abundance. Always, you mention that, you've always been this from the beginning. And all of this external, as the divine energy comes in and communicates with you, it says to all of the external stuff is not you. Looking for happiness, looking for peace, looking for prosperity, looking for abundance externally, outside of yourself, creates all of the things that we can't figure out why we have keep coming in. It's like, and once you grasp this, once you have embraced this, all and everything that you have ever desired will be. Once you're able to wrap yourself around that which you are, all of the things that throughout your life you have strived, gone after, stressed, worried, feared incessantly, are already yours. Nothing external can give that to you. So you're relaxed, you're in the now, and you know consciously that you have and are internal bliss. Internal bliss. As you breathe out, you're breathing out all the external things that have constantly sat there and tapped on your door and windows and shook and caused you all of this external pressure, stress, all of these things that we create for ourselves by seeking outward motivation, outward happiness, external authority, all of these things. And as we exhale, and we literally breath them out, and they are gone, as if they never existed. We are in peace, internal peace, internal prosperity, internal bliss, internal joy. All this other stuff, right, is gone. It's vaporized. All external things. Search yourself. Talk with your internal self. It will answer you. All of that external stuff does nothing but weigh you down and cause you nothing but fear. We literally turn and fold into our heart mind. And as we do, we find ourselves floating above our hearts in pure internal bliss. And as we do this, we are immediately met with our God, our soul, our spirit. And it merges with us, and we consciously interact with it. And we bring heaven, being our God, earth, being our body, moving together in harmony, walking this planet every step of the way, creating bliss, paradise, joy. Because we are these things. We always have been these. We have never not been them. We are completely sealed in a perfect sphere of deep eternal love. The golden white pink light of prime source, creator God, mother, father, God, our family. The emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. The violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. The white fire and purple transmuting flame, the violet ray. All swirling. And the only thing that can penetrate these spheres is deep eternal love. We are always protected. Always. We're never not. Arm in arm, hand in hand, we form our halo, our circle of light. It's 360 degree around Gaia, around the planet, right at the equator. And the glow and the firelight from it of deep eternal love is flaming and glowing and bristling. And as we do this, we begin to float up above the planet. And we call upon all of the light energy beings of deep eternal love, from deep eternal love, of happiness, joy, bliss, of the highest divine frequency, of benevolence, tranquility, generosity, humbleness. And they come in the gigaplexes, and the numbers are absolutely astronomical. They fill the sacredness of space in the solar system and out into the galaxy and out into the universes and beyond the ribbon of creation. And we are in joy. We are internal joy, internal happiness, internal bliss, internal deep eternal love. As they are. embrace them, and we thank them as they do us, and we're humbled by them as they are us. We call upon all of the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes, all of the angels of deep eternal love, from deep eternal love, in humbleness, in joy, in gratitude, and thankfulness, and they join us. They merge in with the light. The power in this of being complete, as all of the pieces of creation are coming together at this very particular time in this meditation. We love them and they love us, and we are in bliss. Internal bliss. We are in joy. And they all know this as well. They know the externals are an illusion. We call upon all the ascended masters of deep eternal love, from deep eternal love, of the greatest joy, prosperity, happiness, abundance. Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Saint Germain, Sananda Jesus, Gaia, Moria, Abundantia. All of the ascended masters ascended out of body, who are the deepest eternal love, from the deepest eternal love, in deep eternal joy, eternal happiness, eternal bliss, and humbled by us as we are humbled by them in deep eternal love. And we thank them and they thank us, and they're merged with us, and they blend in with the circle of light, and it expands massively. We call upon all the inhabitants of hollow earth, inner earth, beneath earth, all in highest benevolence and the highest deep eternal love, and from the highest deep eternal love, to join us in this meditation, and without hesitation they join us. They're with us. You feel this energy. It is absolutely astronomical. It vibrates through our very molecular structure, both etheric and physical. Expressing its true deep eternal love, joy, peace, and prosperity. Bliss. We embrace. We are in joy. We are happy. And we are blissful. All that we are comes out. It is no longer just internal. It is everywhere. We call upon all of the off-worlders who have been assisting the civilization in its enlightenment, its ascension, and its evolution, and in its freeing itself from bondage. They are of the deepest eternal love, from the deepest eternal love, and the highest joy and benevolence and kindness, generosity and unselfishness, and they join us. And they become part of this meditation gladly. And we're humbled by their presence as they are us. And we are thankful as they are. We call upon all of our loved ones who have left body in this life and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. They are of the deepest eternal love, from the deepest eternal love. They are God's spirits. And they join us. wholeheartedly. And they are part of us, and they merge in with this beautiful circle, halo of light, emitting deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love. We thank them, and they thank us. We love them, and they love us. We call upon all of the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on this earth and in this earth, and above this earth. Of the deepest eternal love and from the deepest eternal love. Fairies, sprites, elves, gnomes, trees, elements, earth, air, water, fire. The mermaids, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn. All of this spectacular love life energy. And they join us immediately, merging. Our light expands, becomes even brighter, brighter than 1 trillion suns, expanding, growing, saturating all sacred space that it comes in contact with. The 360-degree swath of expansion. We thank them, and they thank us, and we are grateful and humbled by their presence as they are us. We look up, and we see our meditative sphere, holding all of our meditations in perpetual motion. This sphere sets center circle, and it is so massive that, and so brilliant in its energy, that it can be seen from all dimensions, all densities, all existences, and all universes, and all creation, and even beyond the ribbon of creation. And whenever it is seen or felt, it literally infuses deeper and deeper in eternal love, joy, peace, happiness, bliss, in all things. We can feel the rain come down on our heads. We can feel this warmth penetrating our physical body and etherical body, inside and out, from head to toe. It literally washes and floods and saturates our very beingness. And we understand that the true joy, the true happiness, the true bliss is internal, is always has been, always will be, everlasting. And to know this is to be free from all of the external creations that we generate. And we look down upon the planet and we see all of our brothers and sisters, and we see all life, because we vibrate with them. We are connected with them. They are parts of us. We are parts of them. And we send out a golden, vaporous mist. It's like glitter in the air. It's very thick, and they breathe it in, and it penetrates deep within them, all of the life on this planet, from head to toe, inside and out. And it communicates to them that they are free, that they have always been internally blissful, internally internally loving, internally unselfish, internally grateful, internally humble, and internally powerful, internally confident, internally expressive, vibrant. This is a true awakening that we now understand that all that we are, ever have been, and ever will be has always been within us, not outside of us. And our minds and egos have created these things because we have pursued external happiness, external joy, external prosperity, creating all of the things that we wish not to be. And so all of the civilization begins to understand in true peace and prosperity and joy and happiness and love and total freedom that each and every one of us are internal bliss. And all we have to do is consciously know this, and all the things that we have been chasing and wanting will no longer be of interest, because everything will come to us, reminding us of who and what we are. It is a spectacular, powerful, conscious understanding, and all we have to do is embrace it, acknowledge it, and move with it. For all of the life, all of the civilization, all of us. And then you'll truly be free, and you'll truly be the magic you so much have been trying to find outside of yourself. I'll join you in the meditation. I'll return to close us out. When you know that you, and it's so important that we identify everything, every external pursuit that we have expressed in our lives, in every life, has always been, outside, 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 outside. And the very things that we seek outside of ourselves are the very things that our mind, ego create, the fears, anxieties, stresses, worries that we're incessantly being saturated in from the external energies. Imagine that everything that you are, in internal bliss, which you are, it's an absolute fact. Internal joy, internal peace, internal prosperity, internal happiness. It's all you. Does it make any sense that we have been constantly rushing, pursuing, running after things, and the only thing they do for us is stress us, cause anxiety, fear, worry, puts us in the very position of why we're going after. See, it's like a trap. So, consciously be aware that internal bliss is you. It's all there. It's never been anywhere else. Isn't that amazing? And how we've been taught to think that it's out there, it's out there, it's out there. And everything comes when you have mastered this understanding, then everything comes and flows effortlessly to you. You're not chasing it. It's coming to you. Take that with you the rest of the day, into the evening and night, and the following morning. We will have a TFCC this Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Many things to discuss. Many. Some new technologies. Ongoing processes. So, we will be back here tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, May 14th, 2019.